In a quiet village, there lived two young friends, Leo and Maya. Like all of us, they dreamed of a bigger future. They'd often climb the highest hill to look at the great city gleaming on the horizon. For them, the city was a promise, a place of opportunity, learning, and wonder. And between their village and that promise lay a single, well-worn path. One morning, they packed their bags and set off. The path was just as they'd heard, winding, a little steep, but clear. They walked for hours, talking about their dreams. Leo was brimming with energy. Just think of it, Maya. I'll become the greatest architect this city has ever seen. Nothing can stop us. But the path, as it often does in life, had a surprise. As they rounded a final bend, they stopped dead. There, completely blocking the path, was a massive boulder. It was immense, immovable, cutting off their way forward completely. Leo's voice cracked with despair. No, this can't be. It's over. He sank to the ground, head in his hands. All our plans gone. We should have never left. But Maya, while acknowledging the size of the rock, said, we don't go back. That's the first thing. And right there, at this exact same obstacle, their paths began to split. Leo saw the boulder as a full stop, a sign that his dream was not meant to be. Maya, however, saw it as a question, a challenge posed by the journey itself. Nothing is impossible, she said. It's just an obstacle. They tried to push it. They pushed until their muscles burned. But the boulder didn't even shudder. See? Leo gasped. It's useless. We're wasting our time. This is the end of the path. And for Leo, it was. His spirit was crushed. He decided to just wait, hoping for a miracle. He sat and he waited, his eyes fixed on the problem. Maya, however, refused to sit still. If she couldn't go through the obstacle, she would find a way around it. She left Leo with his despair and began to scout the edges of the path. The terrain was rough, filled with thorny bushes and uneven ground. She stumbled. She scraped her knees. But she kept looking. She climbed a small ridge to get a better view. And from that higher vantage point, she saw it. Not a clear path, but a possibility. A narrow trail veered off into the woods, skirting the edge of the massive boulder. It wasn't easy, but it was a way. She called back to Leo. I found something. It's not the main path, but it goes around. But Leo just shouted back, dismissive, a dirt trail through thorns. The path is blocked. I'm not getting lost in the woods. He was so fixated on the blocked path that he was unwilling to take a single step on an unblocked one. So, with a heavy heart, Maya turned and started down the new trail alone. Her detour was difficult. It was steep. Vines snagged her pack. Once, she slipped and fell. It was nothing like the smooth, easy path they started on. But it was teaching her. She learned to find handholds, to test the ground before she stepped. With every difficult step, she grew stronger, smarter, more resilient. And then, after what felt like an age, the trees thinned. And there it was, the main path again, continuing on its way to the city. She had passed the obstacle. Meanwhile, back at the boulder, Leo was still sitting. A few other travelers had joined him, all defeated. They built a small camp, sharing stories of how the boulder had ruined their plans. bonded by their shared frustration. Weeks turned into a month. They got used to their life of waiting. Then, one afternoon, a traveler came from the direction of the city. It was Maya. But she was different. She stood taller. Her eyes held a new light, a quiet confidence born from overcoming difficulty. Maya. Leo stammered. "You made it how?" She smiled. "I told you, Leo. I found a way around. It wasn't the path I planned, but it led me to the city." Leo looked at the boulder, then back at her. "But the boulder is still here." "It is," Maya said, "and it always will be for those who choose to let it stop them." She walked up to the great stone and placed her hand on its cold surface. She turned to the group and said, "This boulder didn't block my path. It became my path. It forced me to be stronger, to be smarter, to be braver than I thought I was. The city is wonderful, but the person I am now, I became her not in the city, but right here, finding my way around this rock." Leo looked at his friend, at the strength in her eyes. He looked at the boulder, and for the first time, he didn't see a dead end. He saw a choice. Slowly, he picked up his pack. "Show me the way," he said softly. And Maya did. She led him and the other willing travelers along the difficult, winding trail. It was still hard, but now they had a guide. And with every step, they felt their despair chip away, replaced by the courage of those who are finally moving forward again. In your life, you will come upon boulders, a failed project, a rejected idea, a personal loss, a challenge that seems immovable. You can be like Leo was at first, seek before it, lament its presence, and let it become the tombstone of your dream. Or you can be like Maya. You can accept that the obstacle is not a detour from your journey. It is the journey. The path you forge in overcoming the obstacle will make you stronger than any smooth, easy road ever could. Remember, the obstacle isn't in your way. The obstacle is the way. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe and share it with someone who might need to hear it today.